Hello everyone, Neofizz here, and welcome back to Neofizz Playing Minecraft. And this is episode 24. And in this episode, I have a lot of changes to show you, because ever since I went to the amplified part of my world and realized that Mrs. Texture Pack does not have the new textures for the wood and the new flowers, the new wood and the new flowers. I never realized I had an OCD problem, but I did then. And so I've searched and dug, and I did finally come up with a solution. And so now we're all just fine. But the only thing I wanted to check was this thing here with these logs. Uh, hey, it's fixed, yay. And I'll tell you what I did to fix it. Jeez, it was silly. I was ready to give up on whether or not Mrs. Pack would ever have its textures connected properly ever again. Oops. Oops. But then I decided to try a last resort thing. Oops again. Let's just plop it on the ground. There, yeah. So, yeah, we got them so that that connects very nicely now. And I'll tell you how I fixed that, because not only is the jungle wood texture been fixed, but so has my glass textures. And Missa has still not updated her texture pack. So I have to send some apologies out to Missa for the fact that I was blaming her for the glass not being connected properly and those wood textures not being connected properly. It actually wasn't her fault at all. What I did is on a whim, as a last resort, I decided to try one of the snapshots, the most recent snapshot of Minecraft, which is snapshot number 48 for 2013. And that's the most recent snapshot, and it seems to have fixed this problem. And not only was I facing this connection problem, but if I was on this angle, if I was on this angle, the glass looked fine, and if I went onto this angle, the glass was darker. It was like it was tinted. And that kind of left me a little bit, oh, jeez, you know, because, I'm used to everything being so beautiful, and then suddenly, wham, everything's all messed up, jeez. But I'm so glad that's been fixed now. So let's go in and I'll show you what I've been up to, because this is just, I've been very busy. You can see I actually have a storage room now. And I was going to record myself building this, but because I was all so OCD over the textures and everything, I just kept working while I was trying to find a solution. And because I don't know, maybe I'm just addicted to the game. That's what it is. Even if I'm not recording, I'm still going to be playing it. And so generally, all I've done was stack the chests. You can see here I put furnaces between. I've got jack-o'-lanterns in behind for lighting. So I really, really, really don't need these torches along here because the jack-o'-lanterns are lighting it, basically. But I left them in just for uniformity. But eventually, I'm going to change this floor. I'm probably going to just green carpet it and put glowstone underneath the floor to light the room up, but not today, not today. Uh, Here, this is the tunnel stairway going down to my branch mine, and I haven't used that much lately because I haven't needed any resources, but you can see I've cleaned it all up so that it's nice smooth stone brick all the way down now. And that takes me all the way down to, you guessed it, where the slime farm is. And it looks like we got some candidates in here bouncing around, or at least trying to bounce around, but not managing it. And you can see I am not standing around here. I'm busy working around my base, and the slime balls just keep on building up. Because these guys keep spawning, keep coming down, keep being auto-killed, and keep adding to the chest. So, yep. I will never ever have any shortage of slime balls ever again because of this. And in our last episode of the showcase, I showed you the spider spawner here, that cave spider XP grinder that was done there. So that's all taken care of now too. And like I said, storage room done. Um, this room back here is kind of like a utility room, but I've got my maps in here. And I don't think this is going to be permanent, but for now, they're here. We'll show you. This was my original map, and you can see where I'm standing now. We're almost directly under the sheep farm, and that's why you can hear the sheep. And let's get this. The only thing about these maps is they don't update when they're on the wall, and that's a bit of a drag. So I have to take it, and you can see the pumpkin farm just filled back in because the pumpkins are all grown now. So now the map's actually up to date. Yay. And this is my original map. Something I don't know if I ever mentioned is this light gray spot up here. This piece in the center up here, that's actually Extreme Hills. And I was thinking of building out there because I like the mountainous environment. But once I discovered how to convert my world to have the amplified areas, I wasn't as eager to go start building up there. Mind you, yeah, it's a lot closer to town here and everything, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't have enough variety for me. And I'll take you out there to see it anyway. And I don't know if you remember, but when we first started filling in this map, there was a town over there, and I still have not gone back to see what its status is. So, either in this episode or the next one, we're going to have to go out there and check it out. But another thing I failed to mention is when we were filling in this map, and I know I mentioned this before, over in this area we were getting all these straight lines causing, you know, the map and terrain to be all muffed up. And I had reloaded an old backup of my world from the 1.6 version of Minecraft, remapped it all, and then upgraded to 1.7 so that I wouldn't have that. And what I failed to mention is that when I loaded that back up, I lost a lot of stuff. Things were different afterwards. So some of the armor and weapons that I had and enchanted were gone. So I had to reacquire some of the stuff and didn't get back everything I had. And I know down in this area of the map, we found a bunch of horses. But after, and I mean lots of horses. It was like horse heaven down there, and we even found donkeys, and I had plans to capture donkeys and make mules, pack mules and whatnot. And you know, when I went down there, the masses of horses that were there were reduced to 2. So I only had 2 horses down in there. So I grabbed them and brought them back. So we're gonna be going to check that out soon too. And here was the original map from my amplified part of the world. This is I think my spawn point is basically right smack here in the middle. That's where my not spawn point, where my nether portal is that gets me there very easily. And I know I was up over here and I thought this was a very beautiful area. That's good. And over here was where we ran into the roofed forest biome, and that was good too. And it was actually down here where this was an amplified plains biome is where I found more horses. So the fact that I was reduced to only 2 horses there is not as big a limitation as it seems like, because I can find more down there, and that's good. So since I went and did that, I've traveled out to these areas and built some more blown up maps. You can see that this is about twice the size of that. At least this, I don't know, this looks like a spot where a meteor came down because of it being high all the way around and kind of like a round bowl in the middle there. So that was kind of very cool area. And then over here, this is where this represents this little section of map on that one, because you can see that river that winds through there that's also right here, right? And this is where that roofed forest biome is, which is, you know, starts right about here and heads off in that direction, I think. There might be some more that I just didn't catch, but when you're in that amplified area, it's really hard to see very far. But when I was out wandering around and getting this map completely filled in, because there were a few little bits around the edge that I missed, so the OCD in me made me go out there and get it completely filled in. And while I was doing that, I found this spot up around here that I thought was very nice. So we're going to have to go check that out again sometime soon, but probably not in this episode. So that's it. I've got these maps and I'm going. This looked like an excellent spot to set up a new base because we've got the ocean over here where I'm thinking of making like a big mob grinder out in the middle of the ocean there. And there were some nice caves here that I could build in, and I had this big area here where I could do all kinds of farming and stuff. So this looked like an excellent spot to move into. At the same time, we had the roofed biome over here that was very nice, but I probably won't move into the roofed biome because it's, difficult to get around and whatnot. But I am going to go check out this other spot I mentioned, and I'm going to have tough times making decisions about that. What did I put in here? Ah, right. I put in some splash potions of weakness and a golden apple just in case, because at one point, I think I mentioned before that my village does not have a church, so there is no priest out there. No church, no priest. Well, what was happening, there was a priest knocking at my door. And it's really funny because the zombies, they will go around that area over there where the gate is, and then realize that there's a closer access point to them underground, and they come right to this door, and they either start banging on the door or they just stand there. And at one day, there was a zombie villager that was of the priest variety standing there, so I let him in, let him go down, blocked him off. I think normally they try to run down this passage here where my branch mine is, and I'm not sure exactly where they go, but if I block that off, they head in this way instead, and they go straight for this door, and they just stand here. So I blocked them off, and I went and made these potions, and when I come back, he had despawned. So I was all excited thinking I'd get a priest for my village, but that was the end of that. So maybe some other day that'll happen again and I'll actually get the priest. But not today. Okay, now it's nighttime. Well, we can go out and fight, or I can continue to show things to you. Let's go out and fight a bit first, because I could use a little bit of fun with these guys. Oh, look, it's the fuzzy guys. All right, doink. No, don't blow up next to my stuff. There, whew. It's good. This is a sharpness 4 unbreaking 3 sword. Very lucky on that grab. And it only takes 2 hits to take down the fuzzy guys. Yeah. Oh, good, a spider. Well, I don't really need your goods because I got my grinder, but I'll take the extra little bit of XP anyway. And another fuzzy guy. Yeah, alright, take him down. Oh well, there's not a lot of guys out here to fight, is there? Okay. Well, we need some light to show you the rest of the stuff. And another thing I didn't point out is that when I did update to the snapshot, a lot of, not only did it fix a lot of the problems with Missa, but it also resolved a lot of the lag. See, I had the MIP maps and asymptotic filtering turned off completely because it was getting so laggy. But since I updated to the snapshot, I was able to turn those back on. So I'm back to having the kind of nice, smooth look to the grass and other stuff in the distance. So that's a really good thing. Oh wait, what am I going back in for? I want to come over here and show you my horsies. And here, the one with the gold armor is my original horse. And I'm going to name her. We're going to name her. Let's come in here. And there we go. It's Daisy. She's such a good old horse. But unfortunately, these other two horses are better jumpers and have more hearts. So if I hop on Daisy here, you can see she's got 10 hearts. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 10 hearts. If I hop on this guy, ooh, he's got 13 hearts. Yay. And this guy, he's got 12 hearts. Yay. And I've done, and you know, the only thing Daisy's got going for her is she's darn fast. Right? Really fast. But she's getting old, and I haven't got the heart to put her down, so I thought, well, I'll just keep her around here for when we want to go for rides and stuff, you know, because I have to really, there, I could just barely get over the fence. She's not such a good jumper. 2 blocks is her maximum jump, whereas those other 2 guys there, I think are able to do 3 block jumps, so that's good. It'll be better if I'm taking them into the mountains and stuff, right? Now, something I haven't shown, well, wait a sec, I shouldn't have brought Daisy out yet. Oops, see that? I didn't get enough of a jump. There's Daisy's maximum jump. Over here, check this out. I expanded my tree farm. Since I got the dark oak, I decided I'm gonna start growing it. Now, I was gonna rip down this tree farm and put that over here, but then I decided, nah, I'm still gonna want this oak wood for stuff as well, because I do use it for a lot of building, as you can see. But the dark oak here, oh, Jesus, that stuff darker. What? Look how dark the leaves are. You can hardly make anything out except that they're black, practically. And that's because of the Hyperion texture pack. Now, if I was just using Missa, these would have the Minecraft 16-bit textures, and that's no good. And down here, we have the savanna trees, and I did finally figure out how to pronounce about them. They're called acacia, you know, so these acacia trees look pretty good in the Hyperion texture pack, so I'm happy about that. And something I discovered afterwards is that you can set them right next to each other like you can with the old oaks. And I also found out that it's the same thing here with the dark oak. I could plant these right next to each other, and even though these blocks grow out, it'll still grow up. So I originally had these just where the torches are, then decided to jam more in. I think at first I wanted to maximize the sapling production, so I was separating them a lot. But just look at these things. These things are incredible. Taking down one of these yields about 3/4 of a stack of wood. So these are, to me, the best trees for getting your utility wood because of how much wood they produce. That's just incredible. Now, the only thing that can hold a candle to them is, even though I have not been able to find the super taiga biome, I decided to try planting 4 spruce saplings together like this, and they grew.